The Great S62 Space Race, why bigger homes in Rawmarsh and Parkgate are winning the price marathon. Imagine it's early morning on the high street in Rawmarsh. I'm grabbing a coffee and I see the usual rush, bins being emptied, shops opening up, and folks heading off to work. But have you ever looked at the houses lining our streets and wondered which ones are working the hardest for their owners? It's not about who has the tidiest garden or the shiniest car. It's about how much extra money that building is earning just by sitting there. What if I told you that just by owning a certain type of front door in the S62 postcode, you could have made enough money over the last 7 years to buy a brand new, top of the range luxury SUV? It sounds like a fairy tale, but the numbers tell a very real story about our neighbourhood. Across the country, things are a bit topsy-turvy. With the Bank of England setting their borrowing fee, the base rate, at 3.75%, getting a mortgage isn't as cheap as it used to be. Nationally, house prices have actually dipped a tiny bit by 0.4%. But here in S62, we are dancing to our own tune. We're currently in a seller's market, which basically means there are more people wanting to buy than there are homes to go around. Let's look at the big winners. If you own a detached house, maybe something like those lovely spots on Truman Drive or Bairstow Gardens, you are sitting on the gold medal winner. 7 years ago, the average detached home here cost £241,457. Today, it's £299,906. That is a massive jump of over £58,000. Why is this happening? Even though prices for everyday things, inflation, are up by 3%, people's wages are also growing by 3.7%. For families who already have a bit of money saved, they are competing fiercely for those big family homes with gardens. Because there aren't many huge houses for sale, the prices keep climbing higher and higher. Not everyone needs a massive garden, though. If you look at terraced houses in places like Parkgate or near Stubbin, they've been surprisingly steady performers. A terrace that cost £95,023 7 years ago is now worth about £114,300. That's nearly £20,000 in growth. Interestingly, terraced homes, growing at 20.3%, have actually outpaced semi-detached homes, which grew by 16% in terms of percentage. It turns out that smaller, cosy homes are in high demand because they are much easier for first-time buyers to afford when mortgage rates are a bit higher. Currently, the gap between a terrace, £114,300, and a semi-detached, £153,332, is about £39,000. To put that in perspective, that's roughly the cost of adding a driveway, a second toilet, and a spare bedroom. So what should you do? If you own a detached home, you are the king of the castle right now. Your home is a high demand prize. If you own a terrace, don't think of it as a starter home. It's a solid investment that has grown faster than the middle market semis lately. If you are looking to buy, S62 is still much more affordable than the UK average of £284,862. Whether you're looking at a flat or a house, our local market is staying strong even while the rest of the country cools down. Looking ahead to the rest of 2026, I expect the space race to continue. As long as people's paychecks keep growing faster than the cost of living, those big family homes in S62 will likely stay at the top of the leaderboard.